Chosen one. This is not coincidence, it's divine timing. Heaven has interrupted your scroll to deliver a message directly to your spirit. You are standing at the threshold of a supernatural breakthrough where what was withheld will now be released. The wealth of the wicked is being transferred into the hands of the righteous, and your name is written in that decree. As Proverbs 10:22 declares, "The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it." Prepare your heart, anointed one, for what's about to unfold will shift atmospheres and unlock doors no man can close. Chosen one. This message is reaching you by divine timing. You didn't stumble here by accident. Heaven scheduled this very moment to speak directly to your spirit. You've been feeling that stirring inside, haven't you? That quiet tension that rises when people misunderstand or push you too far. You've been holding back, not realizing that what you carry inside isn't ordinary emotion, it's divine energy. When a chosen one feels anger, it isn't just frustration, it's power moving through a vessel designed to influence the unseen. You were born with spiritual voltage. Your emotions are connected to heaven itself, and when you speak, creation listens. That's why your words, even in anger, carry force. They can build or destroy, they can bless or wound. Because your mouth wasn't made for gossip, it was made for prophecy. Chosen one, your voice carries authority. When you speak, your words echo through the spirit realm. You've probably noticed how people remember what you said years later, how one sentence from you lingers in their mind like a truth they can't escape. That's not coincidence, that's the mark of divine weight. Your tongue was anointed to shape realities. But here's the warning: when you speak from pain instead of peace, your truth can cut deeper than intended. I've been there too. I used to wonder why, after moments of anger, things around me seemed to collapse. Friendships, plans, even my own peace. But the Spirit revealed something. It wasn't destruction, it was revelation. My anger had become the fire that flushed out deceit, exposed motives, and cleared what was no longer aligned with my calling. Sometimes God lets a storm rise inside you to reveal the snakes hiding in the grass. That's what happens when a chosen one gets mad. Their anger exposes truth. It burns away illusions. The people who secretly envy or resent you will reveal themselves. It hurts, yes, but it's also deliverance. Heaven uses your emotions to purify your surroundings, to separate what's loyal from what's false. And when you withdraw in silence, that's when your power intensifies. Your silence, anointed one, is not weakness, it's judgment restrained. People can feel your absence. Rooms grow heavier, conversations fade, hearts grow uneasy. You don't even have to say a word for your energy to speak. That's because your spirit carries divine presence. You were made to influence atmospheres. Even your stillness sends a signal in the unseen. This is why you must learn emotional mastery. Heaven isn't asking you to be emotionless. It's teaching you to wield power with precision, because you're entering a new level of authority. What you feel now will manifest faster. What you speak will carry greater consequence. The next season of your life requires control, not suppression. Your emotions are instruments. They must be tuned, not silenced. Chosen one. Your frustration lately has not been random. It's a signal. The shaking inside you is heaven preparing you for elevation. You are being refined in fire because your mantle carries weight. The same energy that once fueled outbursts will soon fuel miracles. The same fire that once burned relationships will burn away fear and doubt. You are being trained for governance, not reaction. When others lose control, you must remain still. When chaos erupts, you must remember peace is your protection. Anger gives darkness a foothold, but peace builds a fortress around your spirit. That's why God keeps calling you into silence, not as punishment, but as preparation. You are learning how to hold power without letting it spill. The truth is, you've never been an ordinary person. Even your emotions are prophetic. They shift weather in the spirit. They call heaven to attention. You are a living storm wrapped in human skin, and when you learn to command your atmosphere instead of reacting to it, everything around you will align. So pause right here. Breathe. This is not correction, it's awakening. Heaven isn't trying to tame you, it's trying to entrust you. You're being prepared for supernatural authority, for divine wealth, for influence that requires discipline and purity of heart. In the next part, you'll understand why your emotions attract both warfare and blessing, and how your very fire is the key that will open the next gate of destiny in your life. Chosen one, take a breath. You've survived storms that were meant to break you, and you're still standing. That's not random. Heaven has been refining you through fire, teaching you what few ever understand. Your anger is not weakness, it's revelation. When something stirs inside you, it isn't just emotion, it's your spirit detecting imbalance in the unseen. You are spiritually wired to feel when something is off before others can see it. What people call overreaction is often discernment. You're not angry for no reason. Heaven is showing you what no one else can see. Every irritation carries a message. Every frustration is a signal. God often uses discomfort to draw your attention, to separate you from what's blocking your next level. Your spirit reacts to misalignment like fire meeting ice. You're not broken, anointed one. You're being recalibrated for destiny. I've lived this lesson. There were times I walked into places and felt my peace vanish, even when no one said a word. Later, I discovered betrayal, hidden envy, or energy that didn't belong to me. Back then, I saw my anger as a flaw. Now I know it was God's alarm. Heaven was saying, "This can't go with you where I'm taking you." That's what's happening to you, chosen one. Your anger is not meant to destroy, it's meant to reveal. You are being purified. The fire you feel burning inside isn't punishment, it's transformation. You're shedding relationships, habits, and attachments that can't breathe at your next altitude. Every storm that shakes you is heaven rearranging your circle. So instead of asking, "Why am I so angry?" ask, "What is this anger exposing?" Often it's showing you where your boundaries need strength, where your energy is being drained, or where peace has been violated. The more aware you become, the more powerful you grow, because self-mastery is the gate to spiritual dominion. Remember, divine fire refines gold, but consumes wood. It's not the fire that decides the outcome, it's the material. Heaven is training you to carry the flame without letting it destroy what's valuable. You're learning how to burn without being burned. There's a holy balance that only chosen ones understand, when to roar like a lion and when to stay silent like the lamb. Both are acts of warfare. Silence is not surrender, it's strategy. When you stop reacting, the enemy loses access to your energy. I've seen it firsthand. There were moments when I wanted to defend myself, to clap back, to prove my truth. But the Spirit whispered, "Be still." And when I stayed silent, God exposed everything that needed to be seen. That's when I learned your peace is a weapon. Your restraint speaks louder than anger ever could. Chosen one, this is your training ground. You're not just being taught to control your emotions, you're being prepared to command atmospheres. Your power is growing. What you speak will soon manifest quickly, so God is showing you how to guard your words. You will notice your tone, your thoughts, even your silence, shifting reality around you. That's divine maturity, not weakness, but mastery. You are entering a season where your presence alone will calm storms. When you walk into a room, peace will follow. Darkness will scatter. That's why this preparation feels heavy. Heaven is trusting you with influence that requires precision. Power without wisdom can destroy, but power with peace restores. Every battle right now, every misunderstanding, delay, or test is teaching you emotional intelligence in the spirit. You're learning when to speak, when to walk away, and when to let heaven handle what your flesh wants to fix. Chosen. 1. The fire inside you was never meant to burn you, it was meant to light your path. You're not losing control, you're learning control. You're becoming the kind of vessel heaven can trust with authority. The shaking isn't chaos, it's alignment. The anger isn't rage, it's revelation. You are being shaped into a ruler of peace, one who can carry fire without destroying, one who can command calm in the middle of storms. So, breathe, anointed one. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. Heaven is sharpening your emotions into discernment, and when you master that, you'll move in a level of power where even your silence carries divine authority. Stay with me, because in the next part you'll see how your very presence shifts rooms, and how heaven uses that presence to bring justice, balance, and divine restoration wherever you go. Chosen one. Have you noticed how the air changes when you walk into a room, how conversations pause, laughter fades, and people either draw near or grow uneasy? That's not coincidence, that's spiritual authority. You carry a divine frequency that the unseen realm instantly recognizes. When your spirit enters a space, everything false begins to tremble. You don't just walk in, you shift atmospheres. Some people feel peace around you because your light soothes them. Others feel restless because your energy exposes what they've been hiding. You don't have to say a word. Your presence already speaks truth. You've likely wondered why people react to you without reason. Some love you instantly while others seem irritated by your very existence. It's not about your personality, chosen one. It's the power that rests on you. Your energy carries revelation. It disrupts anything built on pretense. Heaven marked you, and darkness can't stand that mark. That's why you must learn to guard your atmosphere. You're not just managing emotions, you're managing energy. When your peace is stable, blessings flow. When your emotions are shaken, things around you begin to unravel. That's how sensitive the spirit of a chosen one is. The unseen world listens to your vibration. Even when you're silent, people feel your presence. Silence for you is not absence, it's authority in restraint. When you stop speaking, tension fills the air because your spirit is still communicating. And when your peace is disturbed, the energy around you mirrors it. The air thickens, people get nervous, even technology glitches. That's not strange, it's spiritual cause and effect. I've experienced it too. I used to walk into certain places and feel my mood change instantly. Later, I learned it wasn't my imagination, it was discernment. My spirit was picking up on the energy around me. When you carry light, darkness always reacts. It wants you to doubt yourself, to think you're too emotional, too sensitive. But you're not. You're aware. The enemy knows your power lies in your peace. That's why he tries to provoke you not to destroy your faith, but to scatter your focus. If he can make you react instead of respond, he can drain your energy. But when you remain calm, heaven fights for you. You win wars without swinging a single sword. Chosen one, your peace is not passive, it's warfare. When you stay composed while chaos rises, the enemy loses access to your frequency. Every time you choose calm over reaction, you gain ground in the spirit. Heaven moves when you stay still. That's why God keeps teaching you to pause before speaking, to breathe, before deciding to pray, before responding. You're learning divine control, the ability to command storms by not joining them. Your presence is an instrument. You set the tone wherever you go. If your heart carries peace, rooms will feel lighter. If your emotions are unsettled, everything nearby absorbs that tension. That's why your emotions are sacred, because your energy influences others, even when you don't try. There will be times when your peace disturbs those who thrive in chaos. Don't take it personally. Their discomfort is confirmation that your light is working. They feel the truth in your energy and can't hide behind masks anymore. Let that be a sign that God is using you to reveal what's real. You're learning now that your power doesn't come from loudness, it comes from presence. The more still you are, the stronger your spirit becomes. That's why some battles end when you simply walk away. You don't need revenge. You don't need to explain. When you stay centered, heaven steps in. So guard your peace, anointed one. Don't let anyone pull you into noise you've already outgrown. Don't shrink your light to make others comfortable. Your peace is prophetic. It carries healing, clarity, and correction all at once. And the world around you feels it. The next time you sense tension in a room, remember this: you're not there to absorb it, you're there to transform it. Speak peace into the air. Smile softly. Stay grounded. Watch how the atmosphere bends to your spirit. That's what divine authority looks like. Chosen one, you are entering a season where your very presence will open doors, reveal truth, and command respect without effort. Walk with awareness. Your peace is your crown, and your silence your sword. Stay tuned, because in the next part, we'll uncover how heaven uses your energy to expose hidden enemies and bring justice in your favor. Chosen one, the closer you move toward your breakthrough, the more truth begins to surface. Have you noticed it? People's energy shifting, strange silences, words that don't sound the same anymore. It's not your imagination, it's exposure. Heaven is pulling the masks off around you. Your light has become too bright for pretense to survive. Those who once smiled are suddenly distant. Those who praised you before now seem irritated by your peace. That's not rejection, it's revelation. The spirit within you confronts what's hidden within them. When light shows up, darkness has no choice but to react. When a chosen one feels anger, it's not random emotion, it's heaven's alarm. That stirring inside you often comes before exposure. God uses your fire to reveal what's been hiding in the shadows. Words slip out, secrets surface, and true intentions are uncovered. You don't even have to say anything. Your presence alone presses truth out of hiding. Yes, it hurts when people reveal who they really are. You trusted them, you believed in them. But exposure isn't punishment, it's protection. God heard conversations you didn't. He saw motives you couldn't, and now He's allowing you to see what He already knew. Every person walking away is clearing space for divine alignment. Don't chase what heaven is removing. I've lived through this myself. There was a season where people I loved just drifted away. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I was too distant, too focused, too different. But later, I understood God was answering prayers I didn't know I'd prayed. I asked for peace, and He removed those who thrived on chaos. I asked for growth, and He separated me from those who preferred comfort. Chosen one, this is your season of holy separation. It feels lonely, but it's sacred. Heaven is pruning your circle so that only truth remains. Before the next elevation, God always clears the atmosphere. You're not being isolated, you're being insulated, protected, hidden until the right people, the right doors, and the right season align. And yes, sometimes anger comes in this process. When people betray or lie, that fire inside you rises. But don't let it consume you. Let it refine you. Instead of asking, why would they do that? Ask, Lord, what are you showing me? Because every act of betrayal reveals where your discernment must grow. Every wound teaches wisdom. When hidden enemies show themselves, your task isn't revenge, it's release. The moment you let go, heaven takes over. God fights battles your emotions can't. Your silence carries judgment more powerful than any argument. Those who wronged you will watch your peace prosper while their chaos backfires. You won't need to clap back, your elevation will speak for you. Chosen one, never forget you are anointed for exposure. Your light reveals both beauty and brokenness. Some people can't handle that reflection. When they pull away, bless them. When they mock you, forgive them. They played their part, they revealed themselves. That's their purpose in your story. This season isn't about who's leaving, it's about what's being revealed. Every separation is divine subtraction leading to multiplication. The fewer distractions you have, the more clearly you'll hear God. The fewer wrong people around you, the faster your blessing finds you. And soon you'll see the truth of this. The same fire that exposed your enemies will also expose your inheritance. The same light that ended false connections will highlight divine ones. Heaven never takes without giving back better. Chosen one, stand firm, stay calm. Don't fight for what's falling away. You're being positioned, purified, and promoted at the same time. Every shaking is holy. Every goodbye is grace. This is not rejection, it's redirection. The pruning proves the promise. When the dust settles, what's left around you will be real people who pray for you, not against you. Love that uplifts, not drains. Hold your peace. Trust the process. Because after this wave of revelation, favor will follow. What's gone was blocking what's coming. Let heaven clean the stage, because your next act begins soon. Chosen one. After the storm of separation comes the stillness of favor. You've lost people seen, truth cried in silence, but now heaven is about to reward your restraint. The same fire that exposed what was fake is about to refine everything that's real. You've endured the purging, and now you're stepping into the promotion. Every tear you shed in silence was counted. Every time you walked away instead of fighting back, heaven took note. You could have reacted, but you chose peace. You could have cursed them, but you chose silence. That self-control wasn't weakness, it was the test before the transfer. God had to see if he could trust you with power before giving you prosperity. And now, chosen one, you're entering a divine shift, a supernatural exchange, where what the enemy meant for harm becomes a setup for favor. The same hands that pushed you away will have to watch heaven lift you higher. The same people who spoke against you will see you walk in blessings they can't explain. This is not revenge, it's redemption. Your peace has prepared the ground for prosperity. Heaven moves differently for those who don't let anger rule them. You chose calmness over chaos, prayer over pettiness. And now the atmosphere around you is shifting. Divine opportunities are aligning. Unseen doors are opening. What was delayed is being delivered, and it's arriving on God's perfect schedule. Anointed one, don't mistake quiet seasons for empty ones. Silence in heaven always means preparation on earth. When things seem still, the Spirit is arranging breakthroughs behind the veil. You've been hidden, not forgotten. While others chased visibility, you were being equipped in secret. And now the time is near the unveiling, the elevation, the divine recognition. This next chapter of your life won't require striving. You've fought enough. You've proven enough. You've suffered enough. Now favor will find you. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you've never entered. Your work, your heart, your endurance, they're all being brought to remembrance. What you thought was loss was actually positioning. I know what that feels like. I've seen doors close painfully only to watch God open a better one with ease. I've seen betrayal that broke me lead to blessings that built me. That's how God works. He never lets pain be wasted. Every rejection was redirection. Every disappointment was divine choreography. Choser, one, your fire didn't destroy you because it was never meant to. It purified you. It burned away what couldn't stand the heat of destiny. And now you carry something few people do, spiritual maturity. You're not moved by emotions the same way. You discern faster, forgive easier, and see clearer. That's the mark of someone ready for inheritance. Heaven is transferring power into your hands, not just financial blessings, but authority, influence, and peace that cannot be shaken. Your calling is expanding. People will start seeking your wisdom because your pain has turned into insight. You're not speaking from theory anymore. You're speaking from testimony. You've lived it. You've survived it. And that authenticity carries weight. You've noticed lately how your perspective has changed. Things that once hurt you don't sting the same. Words that once provoked you now sound hollow. That's not numbness, that's transformation. You've leveled up spiritually. You no longer fight with flesh and blood. You fight with patience, prayer, and discernment. And that's why heaven can now trust you with more. This is your transfer season. The energy you once spent trying to fix others is returning to you multiplied. The peace you protected will now attract provision. The stillness you maintained will draw abundance. Divine connections are being sent your way, people who recognize your value without draining your energy. Chosen one. Your assignment is not small. You were never called to live an ordinary life. That's why the warfare was so heavy. The stronger the opposition, the greater the promise. You've been tested on every level, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and still you didn't break. That's why heaven is rewarding you now. Don't let impatience steal your peace. The door is already unlocked. Heaven is simply preparing the right moment to open it. When it does, it will happen suddenly, a call, a message, a meeting, a divine opportunity that confirms everything you've prayed for. And when it comes, it won't be by effort, it'll be by grace. Stay humble, stay anchored, stay watchful. The storm was training, the exposure was preparation. Now comes manifestation. Chosen one. This is your reminder, the same God who revealed the fake is now releasing the favor. The fire that once isolated you is about to illuminate you. Walk boldly into this new season. Your peace has purchased your promotion. In the next part, you'll see how heaven multiplies your power, how your emotions, once unstable, will become the very tool God uses to heal others and bring divine justice wherever you go. Chosen one. This next season will not look like the last. You've walked through storms, betrayal, and silence, and each one trained your spirit. What once drained you now strengthens you. What once broke you now builds you. You're not the same person. You've been refined by fire, and that fire has become your authority. You used to see your emotions as weakness, but heaven always saw them as weapons. Every tear, every frustration, every quiet prayer shaped your spiritual sensitivity. You don't just feel energy, you discern it. When something is off, your spirit reacts instantly. That isn't overthinking, that's revelation. Heaven wired you to sense things before they manifest. And now that discernment is sharpening. You'll notice how quickly your spirit responds, how you can feel people's intentions, how peace or discomfort rises in seconds. That's not anxiety, it's alignment. You are becoming spiritually precise. The emotions that once confused you are now tools for guidance. Your feelings have become prophecy in motion. Chosen one. This is what divine maturity looks like, the ability to sense, respond, and restore without losing peace. The same energy that once fueled your anger is now becoming fuel for purpose. Your silence will carry more power than your words. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere will shift. Where others bring confusion, you'll bring clarity. Where others cause division, you'll bring calm. People will notice. They'll say, something changes when you're around. That's not flattery, it's truth. You carry peace that the world craves. Your presence will settle storms without speaking. That's what it means to walk in divine frequency. Heaven flows through you effortlessly because you've learned to stay still when others panic. I felt that shift too. There were times when chaos followed me because I hadn't learned peace. But when I mastered stillness, I noticed how quickly situations began to turn. That's your next phase, learning that your calmness is power. You no longer need to prove yourself. Your energy speaks. Your stillness commands. Anointed one, you have entered the realm of quiet authority. You will see miracles happen through simple moments, your words, your presence, even your silence. People who were restless will find peace around you. Doors that were stuck will open easily, not because you forced it, but because heaven recognizes your alignment. But with this power comes responsibility. You must protect your energy like sacred oil. Don't allow bitterness, gossip, or negativity to stain your atmosphere. The more peace you carry, the more sensitive your spirit becomes. Guard your thoughts, guard your reactions. Every emotion now has impact. When anger comes, don't fight it, channel it. Let it become fuel for clarity. When sadness rises, let it pull you closer to God, not further. When frustration hits pause. Heaven always hides instruction inside emotion. The mature chosen don't react, they interpret. This is how you move from survival to dominion. You no longer need to force things. What belongs to you will be drawn to your frequency. You'll find yourself in the right places at the right times, speaking to the right people without effort. That's divine synchronization, your inner world matching heaven's rhythm. And as your power multiplies, your influence will quietly expand. You'll be placed in rooms you once dreamed of, not to blend in, but to bring balance. You'll notice people confiding in you, seeking your guidance without knowing why. It's your peace they're drawn to. Your spirit has become a mirror that reflects truth and healing. Chosen one, you're entering a phase where less becomes more. Fewer words, deeper impact. Less effort, greater results. Because your power no longer comes from striving, it flows from alignment. You are the calm in the storm, the voice that steadies hearts, the light that reveals truth without saying a word. Remember, the same fire that once made you reactive now makes you radiant. The same emotions that once shook you now serve you. You've mastered your energy, and that mastery has unlocked your authority. Heaven is multiplying your reach. Everything you touch will begin to prosper because peace attracts provision. Stay grounded. Stay humble. Stay tuned to the quiet voice that leads you. You're not chasing destiny anymore. Destiny is finding you. In the next part, you'll see how this divine power becomes your greatest weapon, how heaven uses your peace to bring justice, provision, and supernatural restoration in every area of your life. Chosen one. The world has taught you to fight, argue, and defend yourself. But heaven is teaching you a higher law. Your peace is your power. You don't win by reacting. You win by staying still while heaven moves for you. Every time you stay calm in the middle of chaos, the spirit realm takes notice. Angels begin to work. The enemy grows frustrated. Because your silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Your peace confuses darkness. When you refuse to respond with anger, you break the very chain the enemy hoped to use against you. You felt this recently, the pressure to defend your name, to explain your heart, to prove your worth. But deep down, something inside you whispered, "Be still." That wasn't fear. That was wisdom. The old you would have argued. The new you lets God speak through results. Anointed one, your calmness is not passive, it's prophetic. It declares to every unseen force, I trust God more than I trust myself. That kind of trust unlocks miracles. When you choose peace over panic, it sends a signal to heaven that says this one is ready for elevation. The enemy fears your peace more than your prayers, because peace means he's lost control. He can handle your anger, he knows how to stir that, but he cannot handle your stillness. Every time you stay centered, you're forcing darkness to collapse under its own noise. I've been there. I've faced false accusations, manipulation, betrayal. My first instinct was to fight back, to defend myself. But the Spirit said, "Hold your peace." So I did. And I watched as truth revealed itself without my involvement. What was meant to humiliate me became my elevation. What was designed to destroy my reputation became proof of my favor. Chosen. One, heaven is saying the same to you. Stop explaining. You don't owe anyone access to your peace. You don't need to clear your name. God is your vindicator. Those who wronged you will see his hand on you soon. The very mouths that cursed you will speak your praise. You just have to keep your spirit steady. Peace is not weakness, it's warfare. It's the weapon that dismantles confusion. When others expect you to lash out, but you smile instead, you're shifting the atmosphere. When you choose prayer over gossip, you're silencing every demonic frequency sent against you. Your stillness is heaven's approval. This is why your peace has been tested so fiercely. The enemy doesn't attack random people. He attacks powerful ones. If he can shake your calm, he can delay your clarity. Because when your emotions spin, your discernment fades. But now you're learning that silence is strength. That composure is command. Chosen one, from this point forward, let your peace do the talking. Let your stillness become your signature. When you walk into a room, bring harmony, not reaction. When people misunderstand you, bless them and keep moving. When life grows loud, lower your volume and let heaven's whisper guide you. You'll notice something miraculous. The less you react, the more everything aligns. The storms that once drained you will start to bow before you. Opportunities will begin to appear effortlessly. What you used to chase will start chasing you because peace attracts provision. Heaven releases abundance to those who carry serenity, not chaos. This is divine maturity, when you no longer need to be right to feel safe. When you understand that your stillness carries more authority than any argument. That's the power of a chosen one who has learned restraint. The next time you feel misunderstood, remember this explanation is for people, vindication is for God. And when God defends you, the proof will be undeniable. Stay calm, stay aligned. The less you strive, the faster your blessings flow. Right now, as you listen, heaven is already working. Some of your battles are ending quietly because your spirit has learned not to fight them. The very peace that once felt costly is now becoming your greatest currency. It's opening doors, attracting allies, and positioning you for divine transfer. You're walking into a new level of authority, one where your silence commands attention and your peace carries influence. No longer a fighter, you're now a ruler. You lead not by force but by calm assurance that heaven is behind you. Chosen one, never forget this truth. Peace isn't the absence of power. It is power refined and untouchable. Keep walking in stillness and soon you'll see what happens when heaven crowns those who refuse to react. In the final part, we'll reveal how your peace doesn't just protect you, it multiplies your favor, attracting divine wealth restoration and supernatural opportunity designed specifically for your destiny. Chosen one, this is the moment heaven's been preparing you for. You've walked through the fire, endured betrayal, stayed silent when others spoke against you, and guarded your peace when your heart wanted to fight. That wasn't weakness, it was qualification. You've proven you can be trusted with power, and now heaven is ready to reward your stillness. Every battle you faced was building spiritual credit. Every time you chose peace over reaction, you passed another test. And now the season of testing is turning into the season of transfer. This is where divine wealth opportunity and restoration begin to locate you without struggle. The same peace that protected you is now attracting provision. You see, chosen one, when your inner world is calm, your outer world aligns. Peace is magnetic. It pulls blessings toward you because heaven recognizes familiarity, and peace is heaven's native language. That's why chaos always tried to find you. It wanted to silence your peace, but you refused. You stayed still, and that stillness has opened a door that cannot be shut. Opportunities will begin to flow in ways you didn't expect. Emails, calls, divine encounters, the right people will appear at the right time. You won't have to chase anymore. Your energy will draw what belongs to you. Because what you've become internally is now manifesting externally. The wealth, influence, and favor you've been praying for are simply mirrors of your new inner state. Anointed one, you've reached a level where your spirit carries gravitational pull. You'll walk into spaces and resources will rearrange themselves to accommodate your purpose. That's not arrogance, that's alignment. When heaven trusts someone with authority, even time bends to serve their mission. You've entered that phase. I've seen this happen in my own life. Times when I stopped forcing outcomes and let God lead doors opened that I didn't even knock on. People who once ignored me became instruments of blessing. That's the mystery of divine transfer. It flows through peace, not pressure. You've learned to stop striving, and that's why heaven can now start supplying. Chosen one, your next blessings won't come through hard labor, they'll come through flow. Divine favor follows alignment, not effort. You've already done the hard part, the inner work, the surrender, the purification. Now comes the overflow. Expect resources to multiply. Expect unexpected checks, new partnerships, and creative ideas that generate increase. God is restoring what was lost, not in small measure, but in abundance. You're not just receiving money or status, you're receiving influence. People will begin to look to you for direction, for comfort, for truth. That's why heaven had to mature you first, because this next level isn't just about blessing, it's about assignment. You're not being blessed for pleasure, you're being blessed for purpose. You are a vessel for divine distribution. The very peace that carried you through trials will now carry others through theirs. Your voice, your presence, your story, they all hold healing. The people who once mocked your process will seek your wisdom. You are being positioned as a bridge between pain and purpose, between lack and abundance. That's the mantle of a chosen one. But even now, heaven is reminding you, stay humble, stay light. Don't chase validation. You are already validated by heaven's mark on your life. Don't hoard what's given, let it flow through you. You are not a reservoir, you're a river. The more peace you carry, the more prosperity will pass through you. Chosen one, this is your divine harvest. The same hands that sowed in tears will now gather in joy. You've endured pruning, and now you'll bear fruit. You've walked through loss, and now you'll walk in overflow. Every no you faced was clearing space for this yes. And as your blessings unfold, remember the reward isn't just what you'll receive, but who you've become. You're no longer ruled by emotion, fear, or pride. You're anchored in peace, guided by purpose, and clothed in divine authority. That transformation is priceless. So breathe deeply. Stand tall. Heaven is releasing the kind of favor that cannot be earned, only entrusted. The weight you carried has turned into wings. You're rising now, not through striving, but through surrender. From this point on, your peace will lead you into prosperity, your calm will open divine doors, and your faith will sustain everything you gain. You've reached the moment where heaven says, "Well done." Now, rest and receive. Chosen one, the wait is over. The transfer has begun. Walk forward with quiet confidence, knowing this truth. Peace was never just protection, it was the key to your inheritance. Chosen one, your fire is sacred, your emotions divine. What once felt like anger is now being refined into power. Heaven confirms you are standing in your Kairos moment. The transfer has begun, and alignment is unfolding around you. Stay grounded in peace and prayer. Let silence be your weapon and faith your shield. Every storm has prepared you for this elevation. If this message reached your spirit, type 1111 as a sign of divine alignment. Stay connected, stay faithful, your breakthrough is here. Go in peace, anointed one. The heavens move for you now. Your time has come.